Hi guys, today I'm going to be talking about something that's pretty close to my chest, pun intended, and I never thought I'd be making this video. I never thought that years down the line I'd be comfortable enough to kind of talk about this as a particular thing and show it on the internet, basically. Something I've always found very sensitive, I guess, and something I'm not particularly happy with about my body, but it is what it is, and it's called Pectus Excavatum, or Excavatum. No one knows how it's said because it's Latin, so you can kind of guess, but it probably is Excavatum. Now, the definition of Pectus Excavatum, or hollow chest, that's what the Latin term means, or sometimes it's called funnel chest. It's essentially a congenital deformity in the front of your chest here. Hence the term pectus, because of your pecs, and that type of thing. Now, what it causes is the ribs and your sternum to grow abnormally. So I have them. I have ribs and I have a sternum, but it's sunken. It's dipped in. It's like literally someone's gone boop and poked my chest and pushed my sternum backwards towards my spine. Now, it can have some negative effects, such as the shape of the heart. You do get some pain, back pain, chest pain. For example, a lot of the time I'll stand there and I will stretch, and I'll go up over my head, bring it back, and I'll go and pop. And it's not a particularly comfortable pop either, but that's kind of me getting mobility back into my chest, because it's quite a difficult thing to move. And when I breathe slightly differently to other people. I breathe through my diaphragm, like a singer. And when I breathe, my ribs hardly move because of this. A lot of it's also down to martial arts training when I was younger. So a lot of diaphragmatic breathing in karate. You're taking deep breaths in, and you go, and you're breathing out. And it's a real bam, solid, making everything really solid. Core stabilizes, and you're ready for impact, ready to take an impact, take a blow, especially when blocking. You're like there, bam, because if you don't, you're going to get hit and it's going to suck. So, to be honest, the main issues I've had is that it's more up here. Now, I'm getting towards that point in my life. I'm 32 next month by the time this video goes up, and I'm married, so obviously someone doesn't care about it. And there are certain things that I've avoided doing, like a lot. Swimming, for example, avoid it because you've got your shirt off, just in a pair of shorts, and people stare. Probably not. I think people stare. So I think my problem is with the people that I think that have a problem with it, but actually there is no problem. So I'm at this point now where I've been going to the gym quite a lot. I'm a lot happier with my body than I used to be. I've got a lot more good points than I used to have bad points as far as I'm concerned, and I'm looking at it as a scale on this. Is there a kind of a balance to it? So, yeah, I would probably say there is. Now, what I'm going to do in a minute is I'm going to give a physique update, I guess, or a physique introduction, and the things that I'm going to do to try and improve the appearance of my pectus excavatum, and this is purely through exercise. I'm not interested in surgery particularly, because there are some treatments for it which are surgical. There's one that isn't. There's like 2 surgical, or 3 surgical. There's different ones, and then there's one that isn't. So you've got the Ravitech and the noose procedure. Now they vary in, I suppose, invasiveness. Now you've got the on the interwebs, just to make sure I get them the right way around. Now, okay, Ravitech, here we go. So the Ravitech is the older fashioned one, a lot more invasive, and what that is that's where they go in, they essentially remove all the cartilage around your sternum, they prop your sternum up with metal bars, wire everything in, and then over time let it heal and your cartilage regrows and you have a different shaped ribcage. Obviously very invasive. Next one's the noose, and the noose procedure, I assume it's noose or nuss, and that is where you have metal bars put in under your ribs in here. They go in, and they kind of they go in this way, concave, and then they flip them so they become convex, and that pushes your sternum back out into a more natural position. And they leave those bars in for around 3 months. And once those bars have been in, after those 3 months, they remove them in an outpatient procedure, and they kind of like slide them out. And hopefully you should have a much improved rib shape. Obviously it's not perfect at all, but yeah, it's that's all that one is. Now the other one they've got is called the magnetic mini mover process, where they kind of make a brace for you for your chest, and they put a magnet, a really powerful magnet, under your skin and attach it to your chest or under your chest, and you wear that brace and it forces it out. The idea for that being it's a slow process, not very invasive, probably not that great for adults. Now, the other one, I say the non-surgical procedure they've got is the bell pump. So they put a pump on your chest, and you do a little pump thing, and it's designed to pull your chest out. But obviously that's, I guess it's not particularly known whether or not it's going to be effective or not. A lot of people have said it hasn't been, but it can slightly lessen the severity of the deformity, so it's not particularly huge. So as I said, there are some negative effects, as I mentioned before, with regards to back pain, chest pain. One thing it doesn't actually affect is your lung capacity. A lot of people think that it would because your chest is pushed in. No lung capacity effect. And I found out this from when I was at university, and I was actually expecting to come out a lot worse from this test than I was. And it was essentially a test where you blow into a tube, and it measures the amount of air that you put out, and it's just that, and you literally get everything out of you as much as possible, and it tells you how much your lung capacity was. Mine was basically at the top of what you'd expect it to be. So I know that's not an issue, and physically I'm quite fit, but a lot of people with Pectus Excavatum do suffer from I guess issues with doing cardio and prolonged exercise. They get out of breath quite easily, and that's again because of the inflexibility kind of in the rib cage, and a lot of people don't think about that. That's my what it is, because you can train and you can work out as much as you like, but if you struggle to breathe, you struggle to breathe. Another thing is that when you get bad cough as well, actually that's pretty bad, because when you cough your ribs expand, they go up and out like this. And if you're not used to that movement, which I'm not, things hurt, things pop, things crunch, things break. But yeah, so moving on from that as a thing, you can read more about that on the internet. Seriously, just Google it. Pectus Excavatum, even the Wikipedia page is pretty informative. I know, Wikipedia, not a real source of information, but yes, it is in this case, it's accurate. Now, my goals and what I'm going to do. Now, I've always had quite a weak chest, I guess, because I've kind of neglected it in the sense of exercise, because I've never been able to show it off. Arms, I'm like, you know, doesn't matter, arms, like this, all over the place, because arms, they're there, they're visible. And you know what, you can wear a t-shirt, and you can see no issues. It looks like I've got quite a big chest. Nah. So I've always kind of ignored that. And so it's arms and back. And the thing is, back was really important for me, because when you have a tight chest, your shoulders round forward, so you've got to train your back to bring them back. But not only that, you've got to loosen your chest out. So there's an awful lot I do a lot of stretching to make sure I've got mobility as much as possible. And it has a natural kind of rounding of the shoulders in there as well. So where you're tight here, and your pecs obviously connect up into your shoulders, they bring your shoulders slightly forward. So you have to really focus on keeping things rounded back when you train. Now, onto the goals and the physique stuff. So, goals. Now, I want to get down, I'm currently at 20% body fat. I've been doing IIFYM for about 5 weeks now, and I've actually lost 5 kilos. And that works out, I mean, it's like, I don't know, 2% body fat I've lost, so it's definitely body fat I'm losing. Some water definitely lost as well, but I'm drinking a ton of water all the time, and I'm measuring my carb intake and all that kind of stuff. Proteins, fats, very, very low in fat. So it means that when I have my cheat meal, I often have something quite fatty, but that's what I have. So it's going well for that point of view. I'm also working on through a 12-week program as well, and it's the Buff Dudes 12-week program, which I highly recommend you work out or you look at, because it's good. It's a good program. I'm finding it absolutely fantastic for strength, for definition. Maybe not size, because I'm not really measuring size. I guess for me it's more how I feel and how I perform. I've managed to have a massive jump in my deadlift. as well as I've not really done much bench, as I've said, and even normal flat bench anyway. So that's definitely improving, which is quite nice. Did chest yesterday, and I'm sore today. So, but yeah, so my goal is to try and get down to about 15% body fat. That is my current goal. If I hit 15, I look at it and I'm like, I think I could keep going, then I'm going to keep going. Obviously at the same time, I don't want to lose strength. I'm going to keep lifting heavy, keep my strength in there without losing too much size, because there is that, I am going to be working in a caloric deficit. You know, I work an office job, so I sit down all day. But that said, you know, I go to the gym, I'm going to burn maybe 600 calories at a time. You know, they say men should have 2,500 calories a day, and that's just based on men in general, and it is very, very general. But I have maybe 2,540. That's actually what I have. I know that for a certain. And then I go to the gym and I work off excess, and it's all very much like solid, constant, all weights. A little bit of cardio every now and then when I feel like I need it, especially if the weight loss slows down. But anyway, so physique update, or physique introduction, I guess. I'm probably going to do a little bit of a voiceover whilst I'm doing this to talk through things that I find to be an issue, because I'm going to be standing a bit further away from the camera, and it's probably going to be horrific sound quality unless otherwise. So, here we go. Okay, so here we go, the physique. As you can see, I have got a visible depression in the middle of my chest. What doesn't help is I do carry a little bit of fat on my chest as well, so I've got a little bit of my belly there. Overall, I'm really actually quite happy with the definition in my arms, and my back in its current state is actually really good, considering I've not been lifting for that long. I do have a little bit of fat around waist, love handles, which I would love to get rid of, but at about 20% body fat, which is what I am at the moment, that's pretty normal for that to be there. So I'm currently weighing in at 83.8 kilos. My body fat percentage is 20. Overall, I am actually really happy with my progress that I've made so far. Definitely, I've increased arm size, leg definition. As you can see here, I actually do have some separation beginning in my quads, which is quite nice. I've got some really nice tight corners and lines. Also quite happy with my calf definition as well. Obviously size is a different thing, but I've got long legs, short body, long limbs. So I've definitely got some work to do there. So lots of lifting heavy, lots of volume to increase the size of my chest and stuff. So a little bit of work to be done. But overall, I've come massively already. I've come like far massively already, and I can continue to work on it. So that's my body at the moment. Some real things to work on, I think. The things that I'm going to try and really work on for improving my chest is certainly mobility in my shoulders as well. I'm going to be doing a lot of rotator cuff work to try and build up some flexibility there, because that's something I really struggle with. Now, chest-wise, volume is going to be my friend. Definitely a lot more pushing movements, flies, and anyone who says that flies don't work and you should just stick to bench, you're doing them wrong. So certain people respond to different exercises differently. Flies for me are exceptionally good because of the stretch. I don't get a stretch when I bench, I pull straight down, that's it, no stretch. When I do the flies and I open out, I get that, I do get a stretch in there, and especially because it's really that I get to focus on using my muscles to move the weight, so I can really just pull in with my pecs. I've got quite a good mind-muscle connection, which is again from martial arts and from karate. You're very, very good at imagining how something feels and knowing which muscles to activate. So that'll be good. Now, a lot of work to go. I'm sticking with the IFYM. Certainly I'm going to have to probably look at adjusting macros as I go, maybe reduce some intakes to continue the weight loss. Probably going to take it out of carbs, keep the protein the same, just so I can feel full, I guess, as well as keeping the level of protein what I need to for my body size, my body weight. But okay guys, thanks for watching. Leave a comment if you want to show some support. Obviously give me a thumbs up if you like this type of video and you want to see me kind of continue on with this series, and subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. Also, my wife has a channel too, and you can find the link to her channel in the description. Plus we have a joint channel as well, and that is also going to be in the description. That's where we kind of do more of our funny things and joint things, and it's like us going and doing stuff together as opposed to these individual kind of vlogs. Also some funny kind of skit stuff in there as well coming up, which would be quite nice. I do also have a gaming channel, which mainly is focused around Elite Dangerous, which is a space sim game. That's in the description as well, so click on that if you like that kind of thing. Also going to be doing some Doom stuff when it comes out, as well as a couple of other things, maybe some Battlefield Gothic, because I'm a nerd. What a surprise. But okay guys, once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.